This is the longest night. We're meeting arms to arms.
Drive here in St. Petersburg at the Mikhailovsky Castle for the Yota Space Festival, the first digital arts festival of its kind in Russia.
Well, this latest project is a video mapping project for a Russian internet provider called Yota.
Yota Space is a festival of digital art and music. We've brought together over 30 artists from all over the world, and they're going to be exhibiting cutting-edge digital interactive installations at our Yota Space venue.
The location for this project is the Mikhailovsky Castle, St. Michael's Castle, otherwise known as the Engineer's Castle. It used to be the residence of Emperor Paul I, and the building was completed in around 1801.
We've been asked to come over here to do the publicity preview 3D video mapping show for the Yota Space Festival.
We're kicking off with the projection mapping event tonight, and then in a couple of days' time we'll have a large music concert where we're bringing Hot Chip to Russia for the very first time.
This is our first experience of working with Yota. They seem like a great gang. They've got a good operation going on here in St. Petersburg, and it's been a real pleasure working with them on this project.
So our brief for this project was to create something really high impact visual with a kind of retro sci-fi theme to it that would act as a suitable lead-in to the Yota Space Festival.
Well, that was the hope, that when we first came in and briefed Drive, I kind of talked to the team and said, look, we really aren't going to put a stronghold on it creatively. What we want is to create a piece of art.
A crack team of creative animators and video specialists to come up with the creative, and we've had a musical score and sound effect compiled especially for our projection.
A lot of people get their sounds from sample libraries or from the internet. I tend to like making a lot of my own sounds, just because I'm a bit of a geek. I love creating sound waves from nothing. A couple elements in here which I enjoyed working on most would be the block movements. Now I'll give you an example of the ice cracking. If I play this through, you'll hear, and it's supposed to symbolise the blocks cracking inside the building. So once I put a lot of reverb in that, and then put it on with the other stuff, it sounds like this. I always use the sub bass, it's the way forward. The lower you can get it, the more you feel it in your legs when you hear it live. They're using a piece of my track called I Believe from my new album, so editing that up to go with the track, I'm quite looking forward to working with that next.
Video mapping is the process of taking a computerized 3D model of a building or similar structure, and then using that texture map to create content which is then projected back onto the building.
We're about 20 minutes off. The projectors were all aligned early this morning and last night, but we're now doing the lineup of our content on the D3 server and how it relates to the architecture of the building.
I developed the D3 system, which is used to map animated content over 3D surfaces. D3 is designed from the start as a 3D environment for compositing 2D content onto 3D surfaces. So in the main, this is actually done through what we call projections or geometric projections. These are like an imaginary film projector inside the screen. So you can take this imaginary projector and play your 2D content through it, and it plays onto these 3D surfaces.
We seem to have gathered quite a nice audience here tonight on the bridge, and it's a big press night. We've had all sorts of people along from Russian TV.
You know what, I cannot wait. I've been so dying to do a projection mapping project for as long as I can, well, as long as I knew they happened. So I can't wait to see it. I'm really excited. So thanks a lot, guys.
Well, difficulties or interesting hurdles, you might say, would be, I guess, first of all, just the sheer size of the building. It's a huge canvas to be working with, and the relief or the shape of the building is quite profound.
Well, I think the weather's a real challenge. It's really slowed down the whole pre-production process.
It's extremely cold out there at the moment, minus 17 degrees in the daytime.
We're actually having to put heaters on the projectors themselves.
Any temperature fluctuations can make the projectors go out of focus.
And just, you know, suppliers being a long way out of town.
We had a generator go down and we had to get that swapped out at 4 o'clock this morning.
I mean, our generators came from 200 miles away, can you believe?
And it's always a challenge, but we're up for it.
What are the reactions that you've had from people this
Well,
evening?
totally, you know, it's all good. I mean, I think a lot of people in St. Petersburg haven't seen anything quite like this before.
It's been so much fun. Do you know what? The guys work so hard, and you know, for me, I'm really excited about the creative. It's been really nice to give an open brief.
It's been an amazing experience. I've been here in the van sweating over the final changes that we've been making, the final tweaks and so on. You step out of the van and there's this massive crowd that's just gathered on the bridge and along the road, and it sort of sinks in that they're here to just sort of witness what you've been pouring everything into for the last few weeks.
I'm really glad that Drive have had such wide recognition in the Russian media. We've had all kinds of media, you know, come to visit us and ask us all kinds of questions, and they've taken a real interest in what we're doing. And ultimately, we just want people to enjoy it, and to see people smiling and enjoying what we're doing is really what it's all about.